Jerry crew, yeah! Welcome to Mystical Noodles.
Another episode of Mystical Noodles.
Yeah. What's the noodle of the day, Kate?
Mastacholi rigatoni. Cremettes. You can pick your time for firmness. You can select your number of servings.
Good for the kids.
Mastacholi rigati.
Rigati.
Lean ground beef.
Wait, there's no beef in there.
Me and Cass are pretty weird people with, weird minds when we're awake. But when we're asleep, it gets even worse. You know what? That's today's topic. And I know that you at home have weird dreams. I also have sleep paralysis too.
For those of you who are new here, please subscribe to be a part of our Jerry family. We post every week, or at least we try to. So Mystical Noodles is a segment on our channel where we talk about all things mystical, conspiracy theories, this shit. So dreams. Some people can't remember their dreams, and it's dreams are such a big part of my life.
Yeah, she likes calling me up in the middle of the night and being like, dude, I just had this crazy dream.
I've literally done that
telling me about
times.
it when I was in the middle of having my own crazy dream.
I've done that 5 times.
We don't give a shit about the regular horror
No.
normal ones. We don't give a shit about those. They're like the unwanted children that we had, but our favorite children.
The favorite children.
Everyone has a favorite child, and we like our funny ones.
Yes.
Yes, everyone has a favorite child. If you don't, you're lying.
Or a bad parent. Wait, what?
You're a bad parent if you don't have a favorite child.
No, you're a bad parent if you do have a
Okay, so we're gonna dive right in to a dream that I had when I was about 6 years old.
Those are the fun ones, the childhood traumatizing ones.
This is a really good one. This is one of the earliest ones that I remember, and it is classic. Here's the setting. I was in Chicago at the Sears Tower.
It's not the Willis Tower.
It's called the Willis Tower now, but I was in the Sears Tower for some reason. I don't know why. I wasn't with my parents. I was 6. To talk about bad parents. But yeah, I was 6 years old and in the Sears Tower by myself. I wound up on one of the higher floors. And I find myself in a restroom. And I was just like, interesting. I don't remember actually going, but I do remember going in a stall. And so I was in this stall, and I hear the door open, much like that. So anyway, I hear the door open, and I see 2 sets of feet walking into the bathroom, right? And that always sucks in real life. Because you don't want that happening when you're trying to use the fucking bathroom. Get out.
It's it gets annoying when there's people that they they stand right out in front of the stall, because sometimes you gotta really shit and you're just like, don't you fucking look at me! And then it's there's some freaking Betty that's standing there, and it's that they're probably looking through that little slit too to judge you and see who's taking so long.
Anyway, the 2 girls walked in, and if I recall, I wasn't even doing anything. I was just standing in the stall. But one of the girls says to the other girl, they didn't even go in the stall or anything. They were just standing. They open the door to walk into the bathroom, and then they just start talking to each other. And one of them says to the other girl, I love chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets remind me of the Navy. And then the other girl that had that said to runs out screaming. And I knew from what she said about chicken nuggets reminding her of the Navy and the girl running out screaming, I knew in my head that this girl was going to kill me. So
how did you discern that?
Chicken nuggets remind her of the Navy? I'm fucking dead. So I sprouted wings and I flew up out of the stall, and I fly out of the door, and she's chasing me down the hallways of the Sears Tower. And I wake up because I was really frightened. I don't know why, but that was a dream that I had.
The first dream that I ever had that traumatized me, it's the same kind of thing how you said. It's really
You don't know why it traumatized.
I mean I kind of do, but at the same time it's really funny in a really dark way. And I remember having it when I was in preschool, okay? So in the dream, because you know how when you're a kid, it was always mandatory to like the class gets invited to like little Billy's birthday, even if like you don't care about little Billy.
Little Billy doesn't give a shit about you.
No, like you're just like there.
I remember there were several birthday parties I got invited to that the kids didn't even want me there.
In the dream, it was like one of those things. I was at like some random person's house for a birthday party, and our preschool teacher, Miss Jody, was there. I'm gonna call her Miss Jody. I don't think she would care if she saw this, but still, I'm like,
why should she? It didn't actually happen.
And for some reason, she was like, even though it was like a birthday party, it was also a field trip.
A field trip to this kid's house.
So we go
Sign
down.
the permission slip.
We go down in this. Oh yeah. They'd need one. So we go down in this kid's basement with our teacher, and she's like, "Okay, you guys have to, like." Go through this obstacle course. So there's like this obstacle course that's like set up in this basement, and we were like kids, so we're like, yeah, obstacle courses. And like one of the obstacles was like this green like kiddie pool. It was like supposed to like resemble a frog, I guess, sort of. Like, you know how there's those kiddie pools that like resemble animals, like for some they have like little eyes and legs and stuff. It was like one of those, and like it was there, and it was filled with milk and like these giant Cheerios that were like that big. I was like, okay. And so this one like little boy, he like decides that he's gonna be the first one to go. He like makes it through. He makes it through like the first like obstacles, and then he gets to the kiddie pool, and he like, you know, has to like get over it. So he starts like getting over it, but he touches it a little bit, and because he touched it, the kiddie pool like comes to life, and as he's going over it, it like eats him. Like he's like going over it, and it's like just like
And he died?
Yeah! Jody's just staring like there with like dead eyes. She's just like, next. The whole dream was like each of us had to get over this child eating.
Did you
kiddie
watch other people do it?
Yeah. But luckily like that kid was the only one that got eaten, so like the rest of us were smart enough to like maneuver around it. That was a dream I had.
Yeah, people should sign waivers before going on this field trip to Billy's house.
To Billy's basement.
Billy's
Oh,
basement.
jeez.
Of course he was in his basement.
You know,
These white men are dangerous.
it's your turn
It's
now.
my turn. This one was a good one. This one was one that actually, it didn't traumatize me. It creeped me out.
Okay.
But it's really fun. I remember walking into this farm, right?
Oh no.
It was like sunset. It was still light out, but it was like a summer sunset day. I don't know why I'm being so descriptive. Walking into the farm, I felt very like eerie. But I felt very eerie walking into this farm. I was alone. Again, my parents weren't there. I don't know where they were when I was at the Sears Tower getting almost eaten by the chicken nugget girl. They weren't there. I look, and I look, I'm trying to find, there's nobody there, by the way. There's like no people there. I'm the only person there. Literally, the only person there. There are animals. And there's this guy. I look, and I see this man with the body of a man and the head of a horse.
A reverse centaur.
It was before those horse head things came
It
out,
was
so
before
I don't
that.
know. And he was standing there, and he was like the owner of the farm. I think it was pretty fucked up because there were like actual animals here, and he was like the fucking farmer. But anyway, he comes up to me and he's just like, come. And I was just like, okay. I knew that he was the farmer somehow, but like, so I'm following him around, and like I'm just staring. I literally, the entire dream, I'm staring at this guy's head. I don't want to be rude. I'm just like,
That's so Midwestern.
like I don't want to be like, sir, do you notice? I guess he was acting like everything was fine, so I was just like, I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm just gonna follow you, because I'm the only person here, and you're the only other person thing here. So I'm gonna follow you. You're an adult. There's no adult with me right now.
So I must follow you.
I guess you told me to come. He's following me around. I remember him leading me to this pig pen, and he starts telling me facts about these pigs. And as he's doing this, he's like giving me like side glances, like looking down at me, and it was pretty creepy because
it is creepy.
I just kept, instead of looking at the pigs, something compelled me to just keep staring at his horse head. So I was just staring at his horse head, and I noticed that he was starting to notice that I was just staring at his horse head because he kept giving me side glances. Now it's just like, oh man, like he knows that I'm aware of his horse head. This isn't good. I was just like, wow, since he knows that I'm aware of his horse head now, that I'm aware of it, he's getting suspicious. He's like, And so he started getting a little wary. He started pulling back a bit. Started pulling back and getting wary around me, and he kept like looking at me, staring at his horse head. And so I realized that it was getting a little bit off because I don't think I was supposed to acknowledge that he had a horse head. So I was just like, yeah, my parents are here to pick me up. I gotta get going. I'm walking out of the farm, and there's like a long trail that leads out of the farm, and I start walking. He starts running towards me like this. Then the dream ended.
How does that make you feel?
It's a roller coaster of emotions. I should make a movie about this. It'd be a horror movie. Oh, the horse had a British accent, mind you.
What?
I don't know. Your turn.
You guys are gonna be in for a ride because this is the longest dream that I ever had. It's the infamous Alice in Wonderland dream. Like everybody in my life knows about this dream. I was like in 6th grade because I had it like I had it when I was in 4th grade, but I told it all the way through like when I was in 6th grade too. I was a weird kid. I remember distinctly being in Miss Ostrich's choir class. I'll leave a link in the description for
those of you that want to know who Miss Ostrich
is.
She's a bad choir teacher.
Miss Ostrich is like, oh, come on, children, let's share crazy stories and dreams. And I was like, I remember standing up like in the row in between like both like sides, and I was just like, I have a crazy dream. She was just like, oh, okay, Cass. Little Billy, you go fast. Like she kept trying to pick everybody that wasn't me until I was literally the last one who hadn't gone. And then she was just like, yes, Cass, you could go. And then I started telling her, and then the bell rang, and I was just like, oh, whatever. And then she pulled me after class and was just like, don't ever try to tell that dream again.
Now you're gonna see what the dream was and why she didn't want it told to the class.
The dream was, I have a little sister who, she has a February birthday that's coming up actually. You know, she always having a February birthday, she always had like Valentine's Day themed birthdays. That was like her, like, scourge that she had to deal with. I was always Halloween, which I like Halloween, so I was like,
my birthday's on Canada Day.
I'm 5 years older than my little sister, so my mom, always when my sister would have like her parties, my mom would be like, okay, you're gonna help like supervise them and like take care of like the little kids, and you could have your friends over and to do it too. So I had my friend Janine and this other girl that was kind of a pain in the ass. We'll call her Selena Gomez. In real life, I actually did have to like monitor my little sister's birthday party with Selena Gomez and Janine. The dream was kind of a reflection of that, but for some reason in the dream, instead of having it, you know, a Valentine's Day party, you know, in February, my mom decided to have it on 4th of July, like in the park. And I don't know where the heck my mom went during this dream, but yeah, there were all these like...
Where are our parents during all this?
There's like a table full of like kids doing Valentine's Day things on 4th of July. And all of a sudden, one of my sister's like friends, like, I'm saying friends because it was a dream person that didn't exist. One of the kids finds this hole in the ground and is like, I wanna jump in it. And I'm like, no, stop, like, here, let's go over here. I move the kid back over to the table, but the kid, like, being a kid, like, gets up and goes back over by the hole and jumps in. And then we were like, oh my gosh, no. And then because this kid jumped in, all of the other kids, including my sister, decided they were gonna go jump through this hole as well. I was just like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? And Janine was like, well, if we don't go with them, we're gonna get in trouble because we lost them. Selena Gomez's like, I really don't care. So we jump down the hole and then it opens up into Wonderland. And it's not like the Disney Wonderland. It's like the Tim Burton Wonderland. We see this building that, it looks like a diner and it has like a pancake for a roof. Like it was called Peter's Pancake Hut.
Was it an actual pancake?
Yeah, it was like an actual giant pancake that was the roof. One of the kids was just like, this is the perfect place to make Valentine! I'll run over to this like weird diner place and I'm like chasing after them, like, please don't like go in there, we don't know, like, and it turns out like the place was like empty and like full of Valentine making supplies. It had no indication of that outside. There were no pancakes inside, except for the roof is a pancake. But for some reason inside it looked like a normal ceiling. Just like, okay, fine, like let's just stay here for a while and then we'll like, if somebody tells us to leave, like we'll tell them we're not. So they're just like making Valentines and like being like adorable little kids. We like leave the door open in case like the manager or something wants to come in
And be like, what the fuck are you children
doing in here. We had the door open and then the Red Queen walks in and then she like walks in and then she like looks this way and she looks that way and then she walks out and doesn't say anything. And I was like, that was weird. So then like 5 minutes pass and she does it again. She like walks in, looks like left and right, and then walks back out. She clearly like can see that we're in there and like doesn't, I don't know, she just kept doing it until finally, like it was weirding the kids out.
Well, you know, yeah, you would think that it would.
I'm like, here's a bright idea. Why don't I just close the door? And it was like a wooden door or whatever, and I close it, and I'm just like, there, that'll stop her. And then when she comes back, she kicks down the door, walks over it, and then walks out. Side note, I remember when I first told you this dream, but it's like, I remember we went to go see, a movie that had like a trailer for like the second Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
And we were flipping out because
Right.
the Red Queen did the door thing exactly like how I imagined it. In my
It was like right after she first told me it too. And so we went to go see this movie together and she's like opening the door like exactly, like find the trailer.
Yeah.
She was just like, that's exactly how she did it. And I was just like, dreams do come true.
I'm like, fuck, the door's broken now. Selena Gomez is like, you're gonna have to pay for that out of your Disney World money. And I was just like, no, I'm not. I guess I kind of did, I guess. I'm like, okay, I need to like fix this door. So conveniently, there happened to be a store called the Door Store that was across the street. I went in there and it was like one of those like frog butlers from like the Tim Burton one that was like the worker. And so I bought like an aluminum door and it had like one of those like rectangular like windows in it, like, you know, that you see like in like old like elementary school doors. I like put change on the table and then he like took it. I don't know where this came from. He goes and he takes a gun and he shoots.
I don't remember that. What?
I was in 4th grade. I didn't know anything about any of that. I just leave. And I got the door I wanted.
That's really great. Great, you got the door, but at what cost? You get to see a frogman shoot himself. For what reason did he do that?
That might have been why I don't think I said that in Miss Ostrich's room, but if I did, that would make sense. So I go back to Peter's Pancake Hut and put in the new refurbished aluminum door. I'm like, she's not gonna be able to get through this one. So, and I was right, she wasn't able to. And we were able to like have a fun Valentine's Day birthday party in July until this one little girl like tugged on me and I'm just like, what? And then she's just, she hasn't moved for 2 hours. And I'm like, what? And then she's in the rectangular window and she's looking through like the window. She's like, she hasn't moved in 2 hours. Like, she's just standing there. And then I was
because she can't go in there to look left and right. So she has to look in the window until she's able to do so.
So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna like talk to her. I'm gonna see what she wants. I open it and I'm just like, hey, like I'm having like my little sister's birthday party in here. Like, can we help you? And then she was just like, I can't remember what she said, but she was just like, she didn't say like off with her heads or something. She was just like, oh, she's just like, I want to come in. And I'm just like, why? And she's like, I want to come in. Sorry, like you're disrupting like the event. She just was like, fine, I'll go. And then she leaves, but like I had a weird feeling about it. Comes back with like this knight guy, and she decides to like declare war on us. My friend Janine goes up to the knight and like she thinks that he's attractive, which I mean he kind of was, but like I knew he was evil, so I was like, no. So then like Janine goes up to him and is just like, hey, you're like cool. And then he just takes his sword and he just kills her.
That's what you get for hitting on evil people.
And then I was just like, no, Janine. Queen of Hearts. Somehow she gets a baseball bat and she starts like swinging the baseball bat, but like not hitting anything. And like somebody was just like, she needs something to hit.
Okay.
Like she needs a ball. We don't have any like supplies. Like we had like Valentine's making supplies, but like they wouldn't work. Like this little elf man like comes up and he's just like, I'll be the ball. And we're just like, okay. Roll him up in a ball. Gets hit and we don't know what happened to him. I'm assuming nothing good. This dream's actually really dark. My friend Janine dies. And then
the frogman shoots himself because he got paid.
So then somehow the Queen of Hearts is like defeated.
Somehow.
Janine is dead and just laying there. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, my friend is dead. And Selena Gomez doesn't care. And she's just like, I know what we'll do. She's like, I'm gonna put Janine in a jar.
Yeah.
Put Janine's body in like a normal sized jar.
Well, that's what I do.
We must take her home in this. But Selena Gomez couldn't like take care of it like herself and couldn't hold my dead friend, right? And she dropped like the jar. Her body was like all like this like weird noodly shit. And I woke up.
You woke up after that?
Yeah, I don't know if we got out or not. Your next dream has really fat shorts to fill.
I don't know which dream to pick now. When I was a child, I had this reoccurring dream that happened from the time that I was 3 to 10. I was in my bed, right? I would be in my bed, it would be pitch dark. I was a child. And my mom would like turn out the light and close the door. There would be a light that just flashes on my wall. And like, this music started playing, and it was the same song, like every single time. It's very specific, and it was on the piano. And then I see these shadows of like animals. I don't know what's up with me and animals, but animals on my wall, like zoo animals and farm animals and stuff, like on my wall. And like I could hear them too. Like there was an elephant going, lions roaring. I'm pretty sure there was like a mongoose in there somewhere. They were gonna eat me. So like I had to get out of there. So I start booking it. And for years, like when it first started, like from ages like 3 to maybe like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I never got out of my room. Like it would be like there would be a countdown of a lady, like a Siri lady, just like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if it got down to 1, before I got out of my room, the animals would kill me. 8 was the first time that I ever made it out of my room. I was like beside myself because I was just like, oh, this again. These animals are gonna eat me. Finally, I got out. It was about to near 1, and I got out of my room, and I was just like, I'm out. I guess my mind really did want me to die because down the hall was my brother with a gun. You can see how that's ending. So from then on out, for the next 2 years that I still had this recurring nightmare, I would either be trapped in my room and not make it out in time and have animals kill me, or I'd make it out, but I'd get killed by my own brother.
So this dream happened recently. We're all Harry Potter fans here at the Jerry
Oh
Crew.
yeah, we love it.
Yeah, this was like a Harry Potter dream, and Voldemort was after me to kill me. There was no reason why. I'm pretty insignificant. I don't know, maybe he was just like, this Midwestern Hillary Clinton bullshit needs to end. And like trying to figure out like what the heck I'm gonna do, because I'm also a Slytherin, so I'm also like, I respect the guy.
Daddy.
Like, I can't do that with Voldemort. I'm allergic to gluten.
Pumpkin pie gluten free. Are you positive? Because I will break out in hives.
I'm like 99% sure.
I realized at the end was not. Voldemort's just standing there and he's just like saying nothing, and I'm just like, I keep talking because that's what I do when I'm nervous. But that's what I do in general too.
That's why it's good to have a YouTube channel.
I just like fall down and I'm just like,
You don't know what I suffer.
if I want to go out, I want to go out right. And he's just standing there like not giving a shit, but like listening. He's not killing me, so I guess he's sort of interested. In the context of the dream, I like was personal friends with Molly Weasley, and apparently she makes really good onion rings. I'm just like, please, I just want for my last meal to be an onion ring.
Not onion rings, just one. One onion ring.
One onion ring. And then I could die happy.
Fun fact, she doesn't even like
I
onion
hate
rings.
onion rings. I woke up with the thought of, I'm like, I don't even like onion rings. My final request to the Dark Lord Voldemort was for an onion ring that I hate.
You really hate yourself, Kat.
I guess I could give Voldemort this. I guess he didn't kill me straight up, because honestly, if somebody started going on like how I was, like I would probably want to kill them, like just to shut them up.
Yeah, he heard you out. He's just like, well, if this girl wants to eat something she hates before she dies, who am I to not let her have that? Sure, kid, here you go.
If you've had crazy dreams,
Leave them in the comments, because we like hearing about weird ass fucking dreams that people have. They're entertaining for us, and we love telling people our weird dreams even when people don't fucking ask. But here we are asking you to give us your fucking dreams so that we can read them in our spare time.
anyway, if you like yourself, please click like and subscribe.
Subscribe to see more, whatever the heck this was. And
Bye.